A magical pterodactyl screeches, announcing the start of your first class. The heavy iron doors swing open, revealing a combat paradise. The floor is made of sturdy stone. Training dummies stand at attention, and targets of various designs hover in midair. Weapons and armor of all types hang neatly on racks. The room resonates with the clashing of blades and the shouts of determination as students push themselves to their limits. It is a sanctuary where young heroes-to-be learn the arts of combat and survival in preparation for the extraordinary journeys that lie ahead. A stocky, bald man with a heroic handlebar mustache approaches you, introducing himself as your combat instructor. "All right, recruits, welcome to Combat 101. We'll get you swinging axes and splitting heads in no time, but first, let's get you suited up. On that wall, you'll see your armor. Armor comes in 3 flavors: light, medium, and heavy. Armor is what gives you your armor class. That's the number that bad guys gotta beat in order to smack you. Remember, the higher your armor class, the better. Now, light armor is something that all you kids should be able to wear with no problem, even you wimpy little wizard kids. You sneaky thief kids, you'll like leather armor too, 'cause it's quiet. And best of all, light armor lets you add your dexterity modifier if you're the quick type. So, let's say that you're wearing some studded leather armor, and let's say you're pretty speedy with a 16 dexterity. What would your armor class be? Anyone? 15! Yes, good show! Studded leather is 12. Your dex modifier is 16. Bing, bang, boom, AC 15. Now, medium armor is going to protect you a little bit better, but you can't dodge and jump around in it as good as light armor. It's also pretty noisy, and not all of you kids will be able to wear it. But let's say that you're still a speedy person with 16 dexterity, but now you're wearing a breastplate. Stop giggling! Breastplate, honestly. Now, what would your armor class be? Breastplate is 14, but you can only add up to +2 from your dex modifier, because that breastplate is pretty heavy. So your armor class would be 16. Now, heavy armor, that's the stuff. You can't dodge in it, but you don't have to. You can't sneak in it, but why would you? Nobody's gonna push around the guy in full plate. Now, let's say that a mug who's got strength of 14 and a dexterity of 16 pulls on some splint armor. What would the armor class be? Well, you can't use your dexterity modifier. You aren't hopping around in full armor. Your armor class is 17. But because you're a little too scrawny and don't have the minimum strength required, you will lose 10 feet of speed once you get in the ring. But more on that later. We'll get to weapons in just a moment. Now, don't just go grabbing any of my armor, okay? For example, you wizard kids ain't going to be able to use most of this stuff. But you fighter kids can use all of this stuff. Check your character sheet to see what kind of armor you are allowed to use by checking your proficiency section. If it doesn't say that you can use it, then you must assume that you can't. Go ahead and pause the video while you kids get suited up. Ask your DM for help if you need it, and don't forget to count up your armor class. All right, now I know you're going to love this next part. We're going to start smacking around goblins in a few minutes, so let's pick out some pig stickers. First question you have to ask yourself, do you want to use your strength and your muscles to smack these goblins? Or do you want to use your dexterity to dance around and slice these goblins? Look at your character sheet. Is your strength or your dexterity higher? If you're all about dexterity, then try out these weapons that say finesse next to them. These are weapons that you can use your dexterity modifier instead of strength. If you're using strength, use any weapon that you want. The next question you've got to ask yourself is, which weapons can you even use? Your simple weapons, anyone should be able to use. But you've got to have special martial weapons training if you want to use any of this fancy stuff. Check your character sheet to see what kinds of weapons you're allowed to use by checking your proficiency section. Remember, if it doesn't say that you can use it, you got to assume that you can't. Go ahead and pause the video while you kids grab something stabby while I go rustle up some bad guys for you to fight. Ask your DM for help if you need it. All right, you mugs, gather round. I've got my goblin buddy Abe here to help me out. Say hi, Abe. Hi! Abe is a goblin, the kind of dudes that low-level adventurers like you love to beat up on. Ain't that right, Abe? I hate my life. All right, so I'm going to show you kids how it's done, then it's your turn, all right? Now first, in combat, we aren't savages. The order in which we fight is determined by initiative. Find this box on your character sheet. Me and Abe are both going to roll a d20 and add our initiative scores. Well, it looks like I rolled the highest, so I'm going first, then Abe. That means it's my turn. In combat, you call the shots. You can move, interact with your environment, use actions. Check out that cheat sheet you've got in your fancy binder there. Remember, you can do these in any order that you like. For example, I'm using my movement to get up close to Abe. Oh, God! Abe's 20 feet away, but I can move up to 30 feet. Next, I'm going to use my action. I can use my action to do all sorts of stuff. Dodge, cast a spell, retreat. But I'm going to attack old Abe in the face! Oh, God! Here's how you attack. Roll a d20. And if you're using a weapon that you know how to use, add your proficiency bonus. If the weapon is finesse, add your dexterity modifier. If it ain't finesse, add your strength modifier. Old Abe here has an armor class of 13, so 8 plus 3 plus 2 is 13. Nice! So as long as I roll at or above Abe's armor class, Abe is about to get smacked. All right, here comes a mace to the face. A mace does 1d6 bludgeoning damage, so that means I roll my 6-sided die 1 time. Abe takes 5 points of damage, and since Abe only had 5 hit points, well, Abe's dead. Sweet oblivion! Don't worry, he'll get better. So, those are the basics. There's lots more to learn about combat, and your DM can help you out. DMs, go ahead and get your party swinging! The magical pterodactyl alarm shrieks, signaling the end of your first class. Bursting back through the doors into the hallway, you navigate through a labyrinth of stone arches and tapestries depicting daring quests and mythical creatures. The air is filled with a sense of urgency and adventure as students clad in armor, wielding staves, or carrying satchels of magical components dart past you. You dodge past animated suits of armor, sidestep a group of bards practicing a rousing tune, and narrowly avoid a water elemental that playfully splashes water across the floor. You come to a halt in front of your next classroom, glowing letters announcing it to be Magic 101. You open the creaking doors to reveal a charming study cluttered with dusty tomes, potion bottles, and various magical artifacts. Your instructor, the wizard Lumos, an odd and eccentric-looking wizard, stands before you. He wears a beautiful robe covered in stars and moons and addresses you with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. Greetings, my budding wizards and sorcerers! Welcome to Lumos' School of Spellbinding Shenanigans, or Magic 101. Today we shall delve into the wondrous world of spells, spell slots, and all that good stuff. Are you ready to embark on a journey of enchantment and silliness? Oh, today we're going to learn about spells, spell slots, and spell resistance. Say that 3 times fast. Now, what are spell slots? Spell slots are like the pockets of your magical trousers. They hold all the spells that you've prepared for the day. The more spell slots that you have, the more spells that you can cast. Because as much as you'd like to otherwise, there's only so many fireballs that you can throw. Lumos summons a magical diagram for you to consider. To my young wizards, sorcerers, bards, warlocks, rangers, and paladins, consider this chart. Spells range from weakest to strongest like so. Simple spells are level 1, and only the mightiest of magic users may someday cast level 9 spells. As you gain in experience and become levels 2 and 4 and 8 and so forth, magic users, you'll unlock the ability to cast higher level spells. As you level up, you'll also be able to cast more spells more often per day. The only exception to this rule is the cantrip. A cantrip is a small spell that can be cast as many times as you like, with no limit. Now, suppose that these are the spells that I currently know as a level 5 wizard. I can cast 4 level 1 spells, 3 level 2 spells, and 2 level 3 spells. So if I cast the sleep spell in level 1, I remove 1 level 1 spell slot. If I cast it again, I remove another. And again, you can cast as many level 1 spells as you have level 1 spell slots. If you run out of level 1 spell slots, you can always use a higher spell slot if you wish. But after I cast 2 level 3 fireballs, I can't use a lower level spell slot. There's a lot more to magic than just blowing things up, of course. You can really mess with your opponents. The blindness and deafness spell can blind or deafen bad guys. Now, my young apprentices, it's time for a practical demonstration. Observe! Lumos chants magical words and shoots a beam of magic at one of your classmates who is taken totally by surprise. Surprise! Your colleague must now attempt to resist my spell. Read your spell descriptions carefully. This young man must make a Constitution saving throw. If he can roll a d20 plus this number you see here equal to or higher than my spell save difficulty chest, he will resist the check. Just remember to read your spells carefully, my little magical wonders. There's lots more about magic to learn, and your DM can help you out. DMs, go ahead and get your party started making magic. Let's get jiggy with it! At last, it's time for lunch. Racing past long wooden tables, you enter the line for cafeteria food. It smells delicious. A massive troll in a hairnet and a greasy apron, however, spoons a gray pile of gruel onto your plate. At first, you wrinkle your nose in disgust, but the lunch lady murmurs a few words of magic, and suddenly the gray goop takes on an amazingly delicious smell.
All right, sweethearts, go ahead and tuck in. Now, lunch is 1 hour, so that should be enough time for you to get in a short rest. Wait, what's that? You don't know what a short and a long rest is? What are these teachers even teaching you? All right, listen up. This'll only take a second. Short rests are 60-minute breaks you can take at any time in D&D. Long rests are the 8 hours of sleep that you should be getting every night. Long rests, they're great. They give you back all your hit points and all your spell slots, but you're not always going to have time for that, am I right? So when you're chowing down on your grub, here's what you're going to do. Check out your character sheet. Now, all of yous are level 1, right? Which means that each of you only has 1 hit dice. You get more when you level up. So when you're level 3, you got 3 hit dice. When you're level 5, you get 5. You get it. And during a short rest, you can use as many of these hit dice as you have to regain hit points. So check out this little cheat sheet over there underneath the food pyramid on the wall. Do you see your character class? Alright, if you took any hits, any damage during your classes today, then roll that dice and add your Constitution modifier. And that's how many of those hit points you can get back before you go back to class. Alright? Anyway, that's enough for now. You're holding up the line. Your DM can help you out if you need it. Now eat your grub and get some hit points back. And just remember, no fighting in my cafeteria.
Lunch is over, and you head off to your final class of the day. Your magic school map schedule describes your next room in a vast chamber known as the Hall of Trials. As you enter the massive room, you see that it is dimly lit with torches flickering along stone walls, casting long shadows across a polished marble floor, and the air carries a sense of anticipation and adventure. And in the center of the hall, a grand obstacle course has been meticulously constructed. Everything from pillars of fire to sticky, stinky swamps threaten to swallow you up. You realize that you better pay close attention to this next instructor if you want to finish your first day of school alive. Your last instructor is an elf woman in leather armor, which is absolutely covered in every tool, lockpick, and gadget that an adventurer could ever hope to use. Good morning, my young rogues. Welcome to Skills 101. Today we'll be diving into the art of skill checks. Skill checks are all about using your abilities, knowledge, and experience to overcome obstacles. But to determine success, we rely on the roll of a dice. Please, take a look at your character sheet. Here are all of your skills. Notice that each skill has an ability tied to it. The art of persuasion, for instance, uses your charisma modifier, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing depends from person to person. Skills that have check marks are skills that you are proficient with, which means you'll add your proficiency bonus along with your ability modifier. Some classes, like rogues, have way more skill proficiencies than others. So, suppose I were to make a stealth check to sneak past some bad guys. After rolling a d20, then what would I add to it? Well, +3 from my dex, and +2 from my proficiency because of this check mark, which means I get to add +5 to any stealth checks I make. But what if I were to make an Arcana check to maybe see what kind of spell an evil wizard cast? Oof, I don't have proficiency in this skill because I'm not a magic user. And because I'm pretty dumb, I actually would subtract a number from my intelligence modifier. So my skill modifier for Arcana is -1. Now, what are these numbers for? They are the key to unlocking success or succumbing to failure. Let's say you're trying to scale a wall using your nimble acrobatic skills. Before you would attempt such a feat, you would roll the dice. Your dungeon master may call for an acrobatics check by giving you a DC or a difficulty check to beat. So something like an easy wall with a lot of handholds may only have a DC of 10, while a difficult wall that's very steep or very slimy may have a higher DC like 17. Your roll must meet that number or exceed it in order to succeed. Remember, every skill check presents a unique challenge. Adaptability is the key. And I'm a firm believer of learning by doing, so let's break up into groups and let's hit the obstacle course. Use your instincts and your best skills for each obstacle, and you'll hopefully come out of this alive. Your DM can help you out if you need it, and may the dice be ever in your favor. You can't believe that your first day of adventuring school is already over. As fun as it was, you're ready to head home and take a long rest. A football whistles overhead as one of your classmates runs into the street to catch it. Wham! A giant magic school bus comes out of nowhere and smacks you into your classmate like a ton of bricks. At that very moment, the school nurse, Professor Frankenstein, is walking out to his car. You run up to his side and you tell him what happened. Some young fool hit by a bus, eh? Well, I'm all done for the day, so it looks like it's up to you young ones instead. Ach, now don't look at me like that. You have plenty of time before he kickens the buckets. Now listen carefully as I tell you about something that is known as death saves. In the world of D&D, when a character is struck down in battle, they don't meet their demise immediately. Instead, they fall unconscious and begin making death saves. You make a death save by rolling a d20. A result of a 10 or higher is considered a success, whereas rolling less than a 10 is considered a failure. If you manage to accumulate 3 successes before you make 3 failures, then this character will stabilize and is no longer in immediate danger of dying. However, if they suffer 3 failures before they make the 3 successes, well then it's bip bam boom off to the cemetery. But fear not, my young children. There are ways for you to aid your fallen little comrade over there before he reaches the heaven. Magical healing, it's always a good thing to use. There are also healing potions, and no, I don't have any. But you can also use your medicine skill, and if you are successful, then your friend will gain an automatic success on one of their death saves. So if one of your little buddies gets hit in the head, well, help them out before they die. Anyway, I'm late for a squash tournament, and if your young compatriot should happen to kick the bucket, please kindly scrape him off of the road before you go home. Have a good one. Auf Wiedersehen.